Now children, see, we are going to do Nationalism in India part 10. Now in part 9, I had told you better about the Statutory Commission, how the Statutory Commission came to India. And the thing about the Statutory Commission was, there was not a single Indian. Now just imagine, they have come to discuss about India, about the changes that they are going to make in India, the changes they are going to make in India. And yet, beta, what they have done is, they've not included any Indian in that particular, in that particular committee that they had. John Simon came to India, and when John Simon came to India, beta, what he did was, when John Simon came, John Simon, he was welcomed with all black flags, and he was welcomed children. When he had like people, he came with black flags, people like, when they came with black flags, beta. Another thing what happened was, when they came with black flags, people started lathi charging, everything was a big mess, and there was a lot of problems and troubles, children, that took place. Okay, now when the problems and troubles took place, beta, out there, now this way what happened was, whole of India was, in a very, very bad condition. The whole of India was in a bad condition, children. Okay, now when India was in a bad condition, what happened was, children, India being in a bad condition, that was very negative for India. Very, very negative for India. Now, when it was negative for India, it was going to be a very big problem for India. Now, Gandhiji realized that yes, we have to do something in order to, bring the Indians into a nationalistic movement. We have to bring the Indians into a nationalistic movement. Now, Gandhi, what he did was, he started the Salt March. He started the Salt March. And in this Salt March, children, what he did was, Gandhi ji, children, he, he wrote a letter to Viceroy Irwin, I-R-W-I-N, Viceroy Irwin. And Irwin, he gave 11 demands. Now 11 demands, some were very common demands, like the salt tax. Now salt is a kind of commodity that is used by everybody. Salt is a commodity that is used by everybody. Now when salt is used by everybody, beta, what happens is, salt, beta, Gandhi decided that if I will fight for salt, what is going to happen is, salt will, people will join my agitation. And he took, certain points, sometimes for the rich farmers, sometimes for the poor farmers, for industrialists, for businessmen. He took one point for everyone. He took one point for everyone. Now what happened, children? Gandhiji told Irwin that, okay, I am giving you an ultimatum. And if within a particular time you do not answer to these 11 demands, we are going to start the civil disobedience movement. We are going to start the civil disobedience movement. And that is what, beta, Gandhiji decided. Now, how did he start the civil disobedience movement? He started the civil disobedience movement with the Dandi March. Now, from his ashram, beta, from his ashram, Gandhi started with just 78 followers. with just 78 followers, and he had to walk 240 miles. Now, when he had to walk 240 miles, children, what happened was Gandhiji walked only 10 miles a day. So it took him 24 days. And every village he crossed, he would stop there and he would listen, he would talk, to the people. They would get motivated and they would move on with Gandhiji. They would move. And by the time Gandhi reached, Dandi, they were in thousands. The group was in thousands. Now, when Gandhi reached there and it was in thousands, that was a huge, huge success. Now, what did Gandhi do? Gandhi took a utensil, took salt water, heated it, let this water evaporate, and he made salt. Children, there was a heavy tax on salt, and none of the Indians were allowed to produce salt. None of the Indians were allowed to produce salt. So what happened was, children, because the Indians were not allowed to produce salt, and salt was so expensive, salt was a very good medium, to start the civil disobedience movement. And what did Gandhi do after that? After that, people started, producing salt. They started disobeying every order of the British, children. Every order of the British, they began to, go against. Now, what they did was, children, they started manufacturing salt, of course, and then they started, foreign cloth was being burnt, liquor shops were picketed, foreign goods were boycotted, the farmers refused to pay revenue, Chowkidari tax, and forest people who were thrown out of the forest. Children, they went back to the forest, they went back to the reserve forest, they started to break the laws. They started to go inside, they started living inside the forest and defying. They started to defy, children, all the laws of the British. Right? Now, please put the heading, the Salt March and the CDM. The Salt March, and the CDM. The Salt March and the CDM. Children on my mobile, please join the main class, the old Zoom, not my personal mobile. Now, children, take down the first point. Mahatma Gandhi found salt. Mahatma Gandhi found salt to be a powerful symbol. Mahatma Gandhi found salt a powerful symbol that could unite the people. That could unite the people. Number 1 point. On 30th January 1930, on 30th January 1930, Gandhi sent a letter to Viceroy Irwin, IRWIN, a letter to Viceroy Irwin, stating, highlight 11 demands, stating, highlight 11 demands. Some were of general interest, some were of general interest, others were specific demands, others were specific demands of different classes from industrialist to peasants. From industrialist to peasants. Number 2. The demand was to abolish the salt tax. The demand was to abolish the salt tax, as salt was consumed by the rich and poor alike. Now, next heading put Dandi March. Next heading put Dandi March. As the 11 demands were not fulfilled, as the 11 demands were not fulfilled by, please highlight the date, 11th March 1930. 11th March 1930. The Congress launched the CDM. Congress launched the CDM. Gandhi started Gandhi started the Salt March. Gandhi started the Salt March, accompanied by 78 trusted volunteers. 78 volunteers. The march was over The march was over two hundred and forty miles. From Gandhiji's ashram in Sabarmati. Gandhiji's ashram in Sabarmati to the Gujarat coastal town of Dandi. The volunteers walked for 24 days. About 10 miles a day. About 10 miles a day. Thousands came to hear Gandhi. Thousands came to hear Gandhi. And he urged them to peacefully defy the British. And he urged them to peacefully defy the British. On 6th April, please highlight the date. On 6th April 1930, Gandhi reached Dandi. And violated the law by manufacturing salt, by boiling sea water, This marked the beginning of the CDM. Now, children, with this I'll end here. In the next class, we will do how the CDM was different from the NCM, and then children, we will do what was the response of different people to the CDM. That is what we will do in the next class.